You all right there?
I'm gonna call the cops.
I shot him. I would like to turn myself in, and I want you to go with me.
All right.
I didn't know him.
You didn't know about the letter he sent you?
I told you I'd had him investigated. I found out he was a small man. There was no way he could hurt me.
No, he couldn't hurt your life, but he's sure hurting you dead. Hi, I'm Tony Petrocelli. You gotta be kidding. I saw the picture. You're not kidding.
Yeah, I know all about you, Petrocelli. Talk, but don't press it.
You know Tommy Archer?
Now you're pressing.
What do you want to get me involved for, huh?
I didn't get you involved. You're in up to your ears.
All right, Buster, outside.
No, I'm not through yet.
Over here.
Hello!
I think we better call the cops.
You all right there?
I'm gonna call the cops.
Coming into the finish, it's King William by a length. And as they cross the wire, King William, followed by Arbogast, followed by Candy Dreams.
I'll see a train followed by my $5.
If you pick your clients like you pick your horses, you'll never win a case.
Look, Ziggy, I can accept you as a bookie, but as a philosopher, never, huh? My clients don't have jockeys.
The way they're running, neither do your horses.
Look, Ziggy, do me a favor, will you? Take my money, but don't be funnier than I am, huh? I'll see you around, kid.
Hey, counselor, if you get any great hunches this afternoon, here's the new number.
Would you change your number again?
Yeah, it's very hard to earn a buck in this town. Hey, can I sue the city for harassment?
Ziggy, I don't think it will.
For legal advice.
Are you kidding? Get out of here.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
The way you pick horses, I can afford to put you on a retainer.
Oh, this guy's crazy. Hi, honey.
Hi. How you doing?
Guess what?
Arbogast ran second.
How did you know that?
Well, I saw you looking at the scratch sheet this morning, so I decided to listen to the race. Isn't he ever gonna win?
Well, you see, that's the problem, you see. I've bet him for so long now, and he's never won, and so I'm afraid not to, just in case.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Any calls yet?
Yeah, I'll get him.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm Cheryl Brewster. Is Mr. Petrocelli busy? I have to talk to him.
Well, sure. Come on in. Tony Petrocelli, Cheryl Brewster. I was just making some coffee. Would you care for a cup?
No, thank you.
Won't you sit down? No, you said you wanted to talk.
Yes, I don't quite know where to start.
Well, why don't you start with why you wanted to see me?
I need your help.
Well, that's a good start. Why do you need it?
I killed someone
What?
last night.
How?
I shot him.
Just like that?
No, there's quite a bit more to the story.
Well, you did say you wanted to talk.
You see, my husband is somewhat older than I am. And he's warm and kind, gentle.
Is that a part of it?
Big part. You see, he's an honorable man, and he really believes in telling the truth. And I lied to him.
About what?
I was married when I was very young. I was just a dumb kid. And it didn't work out. He was awful.
So, of course, you left him?
And then I came out here, and I met Alan, and he was just about the nicest man that I had ever met. He fell in love with me, married me. I guess that it was just the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Okay, go on.
Everything was just great. Then my first husband showed up. After all this time. He called. I don't know how he found me, but he did.
How long ago was that?
About a month ago.
And, of course, he threatened to tell Alan.
Yes, he said that our divorce didn't go through, and that I was still married to him.
Did it go through?
I thought so. He wanted me to get money from Alan for him. I had some money of my own, so I gave him that. Then he wanted me to come to his apartment last night.
Why?
He said that we were still married, and that we should act like it.
And did you go there?
Yes.
And?
I shot him.
Well, what do you propose that I can do for you?
I've been driving around all night since it happened. I've been thinking about it. I would like to turn myself in. And I want you to go with me. Please.
All right. I'll go with you. But first, you better tell me exactly how it happened, huh?
Well, I didn't know what to do. He'd sent me a key to his apartment. I drove over there. Nobody was around. I went to his apartment, opened it, and went in. It was dark. There was a light in the bedroom. I bumped into something. He must have heard because he came into the doorway. And I shot him. And I ran.
Now, did you know you were going to kill him when you went over there?
I think so. Does it matter?
Yeah. Yeah, it matters, all right. What about the gun? Where'd you get it?
My husband keeps some at the house. I just grabbed one. Mr. Petrocelli, it's awful. Last night, it's like a nightmare. Whatever he did, he didn't deserve to die. It's my fault. I can't believe that I killed him.
Did anybody see you leave?
I think so.
Where's the gun?
It's in my purse. You want it?
No, but the police will. I think we better get to them before they get to you.
Mr. Petrocelli, I'm so sorry for what I did.
Yeah, I think you are.
Will you help me?
If I can. Let's go. Honey, call Lieutenant Carter for me. Will you tell him I'm on my way to see him?
Okay.
Look, I'll do all the talking, and I'll just tell you what exactly the answer to, huh?
Hi, Tony. I got the call from Maggie. What's up?
My client wants to turn herself in.
What for?
A homicide.
We better go inside. Okay. Name of deceased?
Archer, Tommy Archer.
Location of the homicide?
The Ridgeway Apartments, number 117.
117? The way your name wouldn't be Cheryl Brewster, would it?
Yes.
We're looking for you.
Well, we thought you would be. That's why she's turning herself in, Wayne.
You want to tell me what happened?
She went to his apartment. She ended up shooting him. Or give him the gun.
It's in my purse.
The neighbors saw you leave. They called us. We sent out 3 squad cars. When they did get there, the door was still locked. They had to get the manager to open it. Didn't seem like anybody could have left after you did.
What are you talking about?
Well, after they did get the door open, there was something very funny.
Funny?
The room was empty. There was nobody in it.
What?
Just as clean as a whistle, Tony.
You mean he isn't dead?
Oh, he's dead, all right. That's why we were looking for you.
Now, just a second. You just said that she didn't kill him.
That's right, she didn't. But her husband did.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Simple. Your husband shot him.
But he couldn't have. I did.
Not according to our reports.
Then who did I shoot?
What the hell is going on around here?
I know I shot someone.
Not hardly. There's only one door. You came out, nobody else came after you.
And her husband did kill him.
In his home. Now, he called at 10:05. That's just about the time the neighbors at the apartment called about the shooting. Look, you hang in there. I'll be right back.
Mr. Petrocelli, I don't understand any of this.
Well, join the crowd, lady.
No matter what he says, I know that I shot someone.
But what happened to the body?
Here's the body. Hanging on a coat rack in the doorway. Now, these are your 2 shots.
Oh, my God. It could have been anybody. I could have killed a complete stranger. I don't know if I can live with that.
Neither do I. Maybe you better ask your husband whether he's going to be able to live with what he did.
He didn't do it. I know that he didn't do it. He didn't even know Tommy.
Well, maybe he didn't, but we do. We ran a check on him, Tony. He's a bad boy. Served a couple of terms in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been able to make the connection yet, but we will.
I didn't know that until after we were married. That's why I left him.
Look, it's none of my business anymore.
Please, Mr. Petrocelli, it is. You must help my husband. I know he couldn't kill anyone.
Look, he had a great motive.
At least talk to him and judge for yourself. I know that he couldn't have done it. I would have, but not him.
Okay, I won't promise you anything, but I will talk to him.
Thank you.
Mr. Petrocelli?
Yeah, call me Tony.
Alan Brewster. Are you with my attorney's office? I didn't know they handled criminal law.
No, I'm not. Your wife hired me.
Oh. Is she all right? I mean, is she worried?
Yeah, she's worried. Should you be?
Well, you're pretty direct.
Now, murder's a direct crime.
Only if you did it.
Did you kill Archer?
No.
Can you prove it?
I don't think so.
Well, the police think they can prove that you did.
Mr. Petrocelli, I never saw that man before last night.
Well, did you know who he was?
I found out. He was Cheryl's first husband.
Well, your wife told me that you didn't know.
She didn't think I did.
How long have you known?
Since before we were married.
You checked up on her?
I wouldn't buy a car without checking it out. Oh, that sounds pretty cold-blooded, Mr. Petrocelli. It wasn't like that. I'm deeply in love with Cheryl. See, I was poor, and I spent most of my life working hard. Suddenly, I was rich and lonely, and then I met Cheryl, and she brought a love and a fun and an aliveness to my life that I didn't think I'd ever have. I didn't care if she was married before or not. I just wanted to know.
But you didn't tell her.
No, for whatever reason, she decided she didn't want to tell me. I knew that eventually she'd come around to it.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you didn't kill him, why do you think you're here?
Because it certainly looks as though I did.
Well, explain that.
All right, I'll try to. I was at the health club. I go there twice a week, more or less to keep up my youthful image. And I'm always home by 10 o'clock. I remembered that I didn't have any brandy in the house, so I called up the store from the health club and asked them to deliver some.
Does that have anything to do with the crime?
Wait, you'll see. I got home, either 1 or 2 minutes before or after 10. The house was dark when I went in, so I turned the lights on. And then I saw a gun lying in the entryway. It was one of my guns. Well, my first thought was that perhaps there'd been a robbery, so I went over to check my gun collection. And then I saw him lying there. I didn't know that he was dead. I went over to him and turned him over. It was then that I realized he was dead. I was searching his pockets for some kind of identification when the delivery boy from the liquor store walked in on me.
Why'd you go through his pockets?
I don't know. I suppose I wondered who he was.
And then what?
And then I tried to calm the boy down. Then I called the police. By the time they got there, the boy had convinced himself I'd shot that man.
And the gun?
It was one of my collection. I've been collecting them for a long time. Well, the gun turned out to be the murder weapon. And it was in my hand, and it had a silencer on it.
Yeah. Now, did you hear anybody else when you came into the house?
No, nothing. Now you know why I'm here.
It's a pretty good reason, isn't it?
Except that I didn't do it.
That's exactly what's going to get you out of here.
Mr. Petrocelli, I like confident men.
And so do I, Mr. Brewster. Keep a good thought, huh? Guard?
Oh, one other thing. If you see Cheryl before I do, tell her not to worry. Please.
I'll do that. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Tom. Maggie said I'd find you here. What do you need?
Oh, a guy by the name of Tommy Archer. Been here a month.
He's the dead guy?
How'd you know?
Well, I know the name, and he's only been here a couple of weeks. Running with bad company. Figured he'd end up dead.
One of these days, you're going to hear the answers before I ask you for questions.
No. Word gets out on guys like that.
Now, listen. One other thing is I want you to check out Alan Brewster and Cheryl Brewster. She was married to both of them.
What?
Look, don't ask me. I mean, I don't understand it at all myself, but just check them out, huh?
Okay, you bet.
And what's the name of this Archer's bad company?
A rattlesnake named Paulie Apollo. He's real bad company.
Yeah? I'll see how bad he is. I'll check him out. I'll see you later, Pete.
You bet.
Hi, I'm Tony Petrocelli. You gotta be kidding. I saw the picture. You're not kidding.
This way, sir. Mr. Petrocelli, sir.
What do you want, lawyer?
I wanted some talk.
Such a duty, hey? I know all about you, Petrocelli. Talk, but don't press it.
You know Tommy Archer?
Like I know a cockroach.
Well, somebody squashed him.
Good, lascialai inverno. He deserved it.
You don't know anything about it, huh?
Now you're pressing.
Così rispondi. Is that the way you answer me?
That's all you get. Aiutami, Carella.
Well, to tell you the truth, they arrested someone, but he didn't do it.
Who'd they arrest?
A guy named Alan Brewster. He owns a couple of restaurants in town.
Oh, I eat at his places. Pretty good food. But out here, nobody knows how to make good spaghetti sauce.
What does that got to do with you and Tommy Archer?
This much. You're probably right. Brewster didn't kill Archer.
Then who did?
You expect me to give you names?
It wouldn't hurt.
You got a great sense of humor.
Okay, Mr. Apollo, make me laugh.
Mineral water?
No, grazie.
There are boys out here that are very happy he's out of the way. Ask her out. Maybe you'll find them.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm also going to ask a few questions about you.
Look, I told you what I told you because I don't want you sniffing around me. E si fortunate che sei italiana e te una famiglia brava. So be smart and stay away. You go find yourself somebody else. You're a bright boy. Take the hint before somebody gets hurt.
No. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Donato's on Cochise Street. Great spaghetti sauce.
And now the results of the 7th race at San Remo Park. The race was won by Lenny's Luck, Devil Dog second, and Arbogast third. Lenny's Luck paid
Hey, it's ready.
26.40.
Ready. Smells good.
Lost again, huh?
You got pretty good ears.
Do you know you have spent more money on that dog than you have on the house?
It happens to be a horse.
That horse is a dog.
Honey, someday he's gonna win and I'm gonna own that entire track.
Oh.
Hi, Counselor. How are you?
Hey, hi, Wayne.
Hi, Maggie. How are you?
Pretty good. Would you like something cold to drink?
Oh, that sounds great.
Good. Would you?
Okay, honey. The steaks you smelled, or is this business?
Well, it was business, but gotta admit the steaks smell good.
Mm-hmm. Well, has this business got anything to do with the Brewster case?
We finally found the connection.
Here you go, Wayne.
Oh, thanks.
One for you.
What connection's that?
All right, here it is. Archer was her first husband. You already know that, right?
You know, that's privileged information.
That's all right. But it gives us the motive that we were looking for. Now, knowing the kind of man that Archer was, why, we figured that he was putting the screws to the husband or the wife. But in any event, Mr. Brewster arranged to meet him that night. Brewster got home and was waiting for him. He's a mighty successful man, proud of what's his, including his wife.
Mr. Brewster.
That's right. Come in.
No question that Archer was trying to shake him down.
Nice place. Must have cost you a lot of bread.
What exactly is it that you want?
Well, I figure maybe we ought to share the wealth a little.
I don't possibly see how you could figure a thing like that.
We got a lot in common.
Nothing that I can imagine.
How about Cheryl?
I understand now why she didn't tell me about you.
Saw her the other day. She looks great. Made me wish we were still married.
What do you want?
What do you think? You've got a lot of money. I was just wondering how I might come by some of it.
Only he ran into something he didn't expect. 238 slugs.
You'll never have to wonder again.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Now, just take it easy.
Brewster was going to dump the body somewhere. He was just getting rid of the identification when the delivery boy walked in and caught him cold.
Now, wait a minute. Now, Brewster told me he didn't even know Archer, and I believe that, Wayne.
Tony, what else was he going to say? Now, look, maybe these will prove the truth to you. Our boys found these locked up in his desk today. Now, this is a copy of Archer's marriage license to Cheryl, and here's a letter to Brewster saying that Archer wanted to see him. Sorry, Tony, but this all adds up. Now, look, we've got motive. We've got opportunity. Even the weapon. No matter how you look at it, this is an open and shut case.
Mr. Petrocelli.
Why did you lie?
About what?
About knowing Archer. You just blew our case right out of the box.
I didn't know him.
Oh, you didn't know him, huh? You didn't know about the letter he sent you? You didn't know about the marriage license? Are you trying to get yourself hanged?
I told you that when I found the body, I didn't know him. And I didn't. I'd never seen the man before or talked to him.
Did he write to you?
I ignored that.
Why?
Because I told you I'd had him investigated. I found out he was a small man. There was no way he could hurt me.
No, he couldn't hurt your life, but he's sure hurting you dead.
Another thing, I didn't want Cheryl to know I knew. Not until after she'd told me. You can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand it, I guess. Let's just hope a jury can.
It doesn't look too good, does it?
I've seen him look a lot better.
Well, you're doing the best you can, Mr. Petrocelli. I can't ask more than that.
Yeah. You know where your wife was that night?
Out somewhere.
That's right. The funny thing is, you were both trying to protect each other. She went to Archer's place to kill him.
What?
That's right. She didn't want him to hurt you. If you'd only spoken to each other, this thing might never have happened, and he wouldn't be dead today.
She was really going to do that for me?
Yeah. See, the prosecution figures that you're going to do the same for her.
Well, I would have, but I didn't.
All we have to do now is prove that. Hey, Pete. You got anything?
Yeah, I got copies of Mrs. Brewster's bank statements and 3 checks made out to Archer. One a week for $300.
Well, that checks out what she told us.
I'm trying to get more stuff on Archer, but he's tough. He just kept moving around. He never stayed put for more than a couple days. But I did find out that he spent most of the day that he died with Harry Silver.
Harry Silver. Should I know that name?
Well, yeah, he's a fixer, a gambler. He did time for bribing basketball players.
Where can I reach him?
He hangs out at Spider's Pool.
Well, that's right around Ziggy's, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, maybe I'll combine a little business with some pleasure. Okay, Pete, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Not bad. Haven't lost my touch.
Who are you?
Tony Petrocelli. I'm Alan Brewster's attorney.
Never heard of him or you.
Did you ever hear of Tommy Archer?
Maybe.
You want to be cute or you want to talk?
About what?
About you and Tommy Archer.
I got nothing to say to you.
I think you have. You spent a lot of time with him the day he was killed.
Butt out, Buster.
No, I don't think you understand. I said I wanted to talk to you. Now, it's either right here between you and me or it's going to be in court with a lot of people around.
Hey, what do you want to get me involved for, huh?
I didn't get you involved. You're in up to your ears.
So I spent some time with him, so what?
From when to when?
He called me about 8 o'clock that morning, and I picked him up about 9 or so.
How long did you spend with him?
Till that night, maybe 9:15. Then he said something about a meeting, and he split. And I got a dozen guys that'll swear I was right here when he got hit.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Don't push your luck, buddy.
How did he get to you?
He called me about a week ago. He mentioned some people I knew. He said he was coming into some money. Wanted to talk over an idea he had with me.
And?
Oh, it was crazy. Something about fixing a football game.
That's not your kind of action.
Oh, not anymore. I'm straight.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard you're as straight as a figure 8.
All right, Buster, outside.
No, I'm not through yet.
The hell you're not.
Now I'm through.
Are you all right?
The worst part is just not being with you. You are so beautiful.
I love you.
I found out how much Petrocelli told me about you trying to kill Archer.
Do you understand why? I couldn't stand you knowing about him. Oh, I'm so damn sorry I didn't tell you. Shame.
I understand.
Just isn't fair, you know? We were so happy. Why did he have to show up?
No, it doesn't matter. He's brought us even closer together.
I miss you.
Now, have you got everything you need? You all right?
There's only one way I'm ever gonna be all right. That's with you.
Would it sound strange to you if someone in jail said that he was a very lucky man?
Not to me.
I love you.
Tony?
Yeah.
You're worried about the trial, aren't you?
It's like, it's like being in a treadmill. Keep running, no matter how fast I go, I just don't seem to get anywhere.
Hasn't anything turned up?
A couple of guys might have killed him, but so far I haven't been able to tie them in.
Well, you know, there's always the possibility that he's guilty.
I don't think so, honey. I really don't think so, but I'm afraid I'm gonna blow this one.
It won't be because you haven't tried.
If he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to go to jail, and it's up to me to keep him out. Now, I just don't see how I'm gonna do it.
Well, hasn't Pete come up with anything?
Well, he's checked back east for some clues, but no, he just hasn't found anything.
All you can do is your best. And I know you're doing it.
Look, honey, we go to trial tomorrow, and my best right now is a lot of fancy footwork until something turns up.
Something will turn up. I know it.
Well, yeah, I hope so. I gotta find something, because if I don't, we are in a lot of trouble.
The Superior Court in and for the County of San Remo is now in session.
We received the call at 6 minutes after 10. We proceeded to the house. The defendant was there. We arrested him.
And this is a gun you seized at the house, marked Prosecution 1.
It is.
And the ballistics test proved that the bullets were fired from this gun.
They did.
And the gun is registered to the defendant?
It is.
It had his fingerprints on it?
It did.
No others?
None.
Your witness.
Officer, now you said that his fingerprints were on the gun.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it reasonable that if a man owned the gun, his fingerprints would be on it?
Yes, sir.
And isn't it also possible that someone else, wearing gloves, might have fired that gun and left the fingerprints undisturbed?
Well, I suppose.
I suppose no more questions. Thank you, officer.
And I walked up and I saw him over the body.
What'd you do then?
I didn't do anything. I tried to run, but I couldn't even get my legs moving.
And he was still holding the gun?
Yes, sir, he sure was.
Your witness.
Son, did you hear any shots?
No, sir.
Your Honor, it was previously established that the gun had a silencer on it. There's no reason for him to have heard shots.
May bring that out and redirect, Mr. Waters. Continue, Mr. Petrocelli.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Witness is excused.
And you're the manager of the Ridgewood Apartments?
I am.
And the deceased rented the apartment from you?
Yep.
How did he pay?
He gave me a $300 check, signed by Mrs. Cheryl Brewster.
Your Honor, I failed to see relevancy here.
Your Honor, I'm trying to establish that the defendant or his family was being blackmailed by the decedent.
Overruled. Proceed.
Well, I recognized the name right away. So I cashed the check, gave him his key. It's a good thing he paid in advance, because that was the last time I ever seen him.
Thank you. No more questions.
Mr. Petrocelli?
Mr. Laird, now you said that was the last time that you saw him, huh?
That's right.
When did he rent the apartment from you?
At 8 o'clock on the morning of the day that he got killed.
And how many keys did you give him?
Just the one.
Your Honor, if there's no objection from Mr. Waters, I request a 5-minute recess. Oh, you're beautiful, lady. Yeah, you really are something.
No?
Yeah, you almost pulled it off, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't you? I'm talking about getting rid of Archer and your husband in one simple move.
Now, why would I want to do that?
You know, I don't know. Maybe it was just the game. Maybe you wanted all the marbles. But I'm going to tell you something, lady. It's not going to work.
Whatever it is you're talking about, Mr. Petrocelli, I think it might work.
You didn't care about Archie. You didn't care about your husband. You didn't care about anybody but yourself. But, you know, so I want to know why. You see, that guy in there loves you.
You don't know anything about me, what I need, what I want. Everybody's always used me. Well, not this time.
That's right. This time you did all the using. You got in touch with Archer, didn't you? You told me you had a big score all set up. A rich husband that was just right for the plucking. And he came here. Only he didn't know that he was the score, too, did he?
He was blackmailing me.
No. No, those checks you sent him are part of the game, too. Just like the letters and the marriage license that he sent to Alan.
They're real.
Well, so much the better, then, huh?
Despite everything you're saying, Mr. Petrocelli, I've heard the evidence. There's no way you can get Alan off.
Well, lady, you just watch me.
You can't touch me. I was trying to kill Tommy myself at the time of the murder, more than 20 miles from the house.
The perfect alibi, right?
I think so.
Well, that perfect alibi is what's going to send you to jail.
And then I picked him up at his apartment.
Mm-hmm. And what time was that?
Maybe 8:45.
How long were you with him?
Till maybe 9 o'clock that night.
At any time during that day, did you see the defendant or his wife?
Hey, no way. They wouldn't be caught dead where we was.
Well, that's an apt choice of words. Now, just to recap now. Now, from 9 o'clock that morning to 9 o'clock that night was spent with the decedent. Is that correct?
That's right.
Now, the defendant lives in the foothill section of San Remo. If Archer went straight there, how long would it take him?
About a half an hour.
So that he could not have arrived before 9:30,
That is right.
Thank you. No more questions.
Mr. Waters?
I fail to see the relevancy of this testimony, Your Honor. I have no questions.
Witness is excused.
Your Honor, Mr. Silvers was our only witness. I feel that his testimony was not only relevant, but very, very crucial to our case. We know that Mr. Archer entered the apartment at 8 o'clock that morning. We also know that he was with Mr. Silver from shortly thereafter till late that night. Now, bearing that in mind, I would like to take you back to the night of the murder and present another version of what happened. Mrs. Brewster came to me the next morning and told me that she had gone to the Ridgewood Apartments to kill Tommy Archer. But she knew that Tommy wasn't there, so she arranged to make it look as though in the dark she had fired at a body, which was actually just a coat hanging there. So she fired the shots into the coat. Then, when she was sure that the shots had been heard, she left to be seen by neighbors who called the police, effectively establishing that she was nowhere near her house when the killing took place. But the question is, how did she get into the apartment to shoot? She told me that Archer sent her a key, but how could he when he had just checked into the Ridgewood? Indeed, how could she have gotten the key at all? Mr. Silver testified that he was with Archer all day. There is only one way. Mr. Archer did go to the Brewster house that night, but not to see Mr. Brewster at 10 o'clock, but rather to see Mrs. Brewster at 9:30. And she was there and ready for him, putting a silencer on the gun that was to be the murder weapon. She had already worked out the plan that was to get rid of both her husbands. And when Tommy Archer arrived at her house, she put the plan into motion. She knew the tight schedule she was working on. So when he arrived, she immediately led him into the room where she was going to kill him.
Not now. He'll be here in a half hour. I wanted everything to go just like clockwork. Exactly as we planned it.
Okay. I've been waiting for this big score all my life. I'm not about to mess it up now.
Good. Now sit down and listen. I want to work everything out before he gets here.
Okay, baby. But when this is all over...
It already is over.
What are you doing?
There she shot him, using a silencer on the gun, probably wearing gloves. Then from the collection, she took the gun she was going to use later. Then searched the body till she found what she needed, the key to Archer's apartment. She then left the murder weapon in the entryway for Alan Edwards to find, turned out the lights, then drove to Tommy Archer's apartment to set up what she thought would be the perfect alibi. I can't tell you why she planned to kill one man and send another to prison, but she did plan it. She might have succeeded, except for a key. A key she couldn't possibly have gotten any other way. In view of this, Your Honor, I would ask that the charges against my client be dismissed.
I'd like to thank you, but I can't.
Well, that's okay.
Here's your fee, Mr. Petrocelli.
Thank you. You understand, I had to do it.
Yes, I understand. Well, I'll see you around.
I really feel sorry for him.
Well, let's cheer this place up.
Getting the lead, it's King William by 1 lane. Arbogast by a half. In between horses, King William responding is Lenny's Luck on the inside. Crazy Lou, and falling back on the outside is Devil Dog. And here comes Arbogast. Through on the hedge as the field comes down the stretch. It's Arbogast, King William, responding to pressure along the hedge. And he may get up in time. It's Arbogast, King William, and Lenny's Luck.
Come on, Arbogast!
Oh, I don't believe it.
Come on, Arbogast!
Holding on. And Arbogast wins it with King William running a close second. And the mutuals, Arbogast paid $126 to win, $48.40 to place, and $26 to show.
I'm rich. I had $5 on those.
I bet $2 on him myself.
Let's celebrate.
Tony, how much money did you have on him?
I was so busy with the trial, I forgot he was running. I didn't make a bet.
Oh, that's all right, Tony.
Yeah, that's all right. The party's on us. Come on.
1 solid year I've been betting that horse. He never won a race. 1 solid year. I don't believe it.